Welcome, 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 welcome to the Mattain, Attain the Life You Desire podcast. This is Manal, and I am excited to present to you episode 4. So appreciative of all the feedback I've been receiving about the first few episodes. If you have not watched it yet, go. We've been exploring anxiety this month. It's all about understanding anxiety and looking at anxiety and the fears of the future and control issues. Today, we're going to continue on that theme, and we're looking at being overwhelmed by life. Overwhelmed by life. Our anxiety is here due to overwhelming lives. It's our jobs, expectations, it's the noise, it's our careers, our academia, family, friend expectations. And today we are going to drill into understanding the root cause of being overwhelmed in life and breaking it apart to allow us to align back with the truth, with ease, with flow, with happiness, with joy, with peace, with bliss, whatever it may be that you're looking for. Ready? Let's go. Before we get started, I want to invite you to go and receive my free mini course, Letting Go of Anxiety, 10 Steps to Let Go of Anxiety. Please visit my website, www.mattain.me/anxiety, and sign up to receive my free mini course. Understanding anxiety allows you to release it. So let's get started. Today we are talking about feeling overwhelmed in life, overwhelmed by life. It's an expression that's used a lot, and it's an expression of anxiety. Overwhelming feeling ultimately means anxiety. Overwhelming or overwhelmment literally is synonymous with defeated or drowning. So ultimately it feels like defeated, drowning, hopeless. So what are we drowning in? These overwhelming feelings. We're drowning in our thoughts. We're drowning in our emotions. We're drowning in misbeliefs. We're drowning physically. So let's explore overwhelmed by life and the expressions in the 4 bodies. For those of you that follow me and maybe taken my Mattain flagship course, you know that I talk about everything in the 4 bodies: our egoic body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our physical body. And so all these expressions that are speaking, that are communicating. So what are the 4 bodies saying together? The 4 bodies are saying we're overwhelmed, we're stressed, we're tired, we're feeling a lot of anxiety, which if you watch the last few episodes, anxieties basically taking over the 4 bodies, physically and emotionally and mentally and egoically. It just feels really out of control. We're unhappy, we're sad, we're depressed, we're disconnected. We feel all alone. So that's the overall feeling of being overwhelmed by life. So let's look and break it out into the egoic body. What's the egoic body feeling? The egoic body is likely feeling out of control. So just not feeling control. Feeling not good enough. Out of control means I'm not able to survive. I don't feel good enough. There's a judgment of life is tough, life is hard, and life is a struggle. Everything feels like it's too fast, out of control, chaotic. Might feel like there's no meaning, no purpose, disconnected. So the egoic body is where we're carrying our beliefs. So what do you believe about life? Is life easy? Life hard? Is life a struggle? Is life suffering? Do I have purpose? Am I worthy? Am I free? Am I happy? These are all the elements that the misbeliefs are no, I'm not. The alignment with truth is yes, I am. So we'll continue to break that down throughout today's episode to get to yes, I am. So there's the resistance that we carry in the egoic beliefs. It's out of control, not free, not good enough, not worthy, scared to fail. Life is just overwhelming, suffering and struggle. You can even feel the difference when I keep jumping between the resistance and allowing. You can just feel the freedom. So then what's happening on the mental level? On the mental level, thoughts. Thoughts are also obsessive. They can be overwhelming. Looping, just really focusing on one particular event or something that happened or that will be happening, and just keeps looping and having all these different outcomes. Maybe this is going to happen. Maybe this is going to happen. Maybe this is happening. They're uncontrolled thoughts. Uncontrolled, not controlling. Our thoughts are about the future. What's going on in the future? Am I capable for the future? What's going to happen? Fear of the future, feeling out of control for the future. A lot of future. Then anxiety, as you know from the last few episodes, is all about fear, unknown, unacknowledged fear of the future. So you're always in the future. Or you also could be in the past. Overwhelmed by life is just feeling really guilty and feeling stressed and having a lot of judgment and expectations about yourself from the past. So it's not being present. So what does your emotional body express when you feel overwhelmed by life? And fill in what you feel. Fill in when you feel. The emotion might feel anxiety, again, which is fear. Anxiety is not an emotion, but it's unexpressed fear. And people use the word anxiety very frequently like it's an emotion, but it's not an emotion. But I stuck it in there. Feels like stress, feels like fear, maybe frustration, denial, anger, sadness, could be depression. There could be different flavors of different emotions that are in there. And then what does the physical life feel like? The physical body. It feels like I'm running around, always jumping from place to place. The call, the phone, the texting, the needing to respond to other people's needs, other people's expectations. There's just this lack of grounding, a lack of presence in what I am doing. So ultimately, why are we feeling these ways? Why are we allowing our four bodies, our egoic body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our physical body to feel so overwhelmed? Why are we allowing this? It's because we're allowing the external life to influence how we feel internally. So we're calibrating to the external. And this external could be school pressures, school, whatever it is academically, whether you're in high school or college or middle school or master's or doing your doctorate, doesn't matter what it is, but those pressures and those expectations maybe that you have for yourself, or maybe others that have for you, or maybe others have for themselves that you're taking on for yourself. It doesn't matter, but it's the external pressure because of school. Perhaps it's your career and work and just needing to meet the demands of the client or your boss or those that are answering to you. It doesn't really matter again. It's this pressure of the external. It doesn't matter if it's school or career, it's still external. Could be relationships, whether it's your significant other or family members or friends, but having expectations for you and for your time and what you need to do and what you are doing and what you're not doing. And that's just over putting that extra weight, more weight on you. Perhaps you have children, perhaps pets, and your pets, perhaps there's illnesses, perhaps it's financial, perhaps it's health. There's a lot of external, I'm going to call it noise, that if we're allowing that noise to come in and calibrating to that noise, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed on all four of your bodies, physically, emotionally, mentally, and egoically. So what is the antidote? What's the antidote? So very clearly we aligned, this is why we're feeling overwhelmed. It's life. Life is overwhelming. There is so much noise. It's going at such a fast pace and such a fast rate. And we understand now our four bodies. So what is it, the antidote? The antidote is becoming present. Becoming present. And I know it's hard, but you can. And that's actually one of the modules in my flagship course, becoming present, why it's hard and how you can. Because it is hard. Why is it hard? Because of all those things that I just listed, that your 4 bodies are overwhelmed. And why are 4 bodies overwhelmed? Because life is overwhelming. So everything I keep saying is overwhelming, overwhelming, overwhelming. But it's possible and you can. And it starts by becoming aware. So how do you become present? You become present by becoming aware. When you're unaware, that's when we allow work and family and school and relationships and health to impact how we feel. Because we're allowing the external world, the outside, to calibrate what we really can be calibrating from the internal world. From the internal world, from your truths. So what does it feel like to and what does it feel like to calibrate your internal world? Feels like acceptance, surrender. Surrender is the key. Surrender is you just let go of all this resistance to world, to life, and to struggle and suffering and the external, and you just sort of accept how things are. It is what it is. There's not this glass ceiling or moving target about where you need to be and what you need to do, but there's a full acceptance for the present moment. Feels like trust. Trust in what? I don't know. What do you believe? What do you believe? Do you believe that we're here for a reason? That you are your purpose? That the universe, God, inner being, higher power? What are your beliefs? Vibration, energy? Doesn't matter what you believe. But when you realize that instead of calibrating to external noise, I'm going to keep calling it noise of life, and then you come back to saying, there's a reason, there's a purpose. I am purpose. I am my purpose. Life is beautiful. Life is amazing. I'm supported. Everything is okay. Not everything is going to be okay, but everything is okay right now. I allow life. I recognize that life is meant to be happy, satisfying, and feel good. I recognize that I keep living in the future and keep living not in the past, and that I'm not present with what's going on. And I realize if I take a deep breath and just look around and use my 5 senses, and I'm pointing to my eyes and my nose and my mouth and my ears and my heart with my hand. So my heart even is feeling, touching. Use my 5 senses. I can become present. And what do I want to become present with? Present with my body. Awareness of my body. And let's start with the physical because it's easiest, and just see, how does my body feel? How does my body feel? We talked early on about the symptoms when we're overwhelmed by life, but how do we want our body to feel? Easy and relaxed and healthy and aligned and strong and flexible. And maybe we don't feel that this moment. It's okay. It's a muscle. Together, we will muscle. We will muscle all of the bodies, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the egoic. It's a muscle. Just like we decide one day that we're going to go to the gym and work on our biceps, we decide one day, hey, I'm not going to calibrate to the external world. I'm calibrating to the internal world. And I'm going to do that and honor that muscle will take the time that's best for the highest good. Not a long time, not forever, not when will I ever get this done. No, not that's judgment, that's expectation, that's lack of satisfaction, but the time that's for my highest good. Just sort of enjoy the process of building the physical muscle, the emotional muscle. Wow, I feel sadness. Oh, but it is sad, so it's okay to feel sad. How many times do people ask me, I want to feel happy. Like, how do you feel? Sad. Why do you feel sad? Because my dog died. That is sad. Of course you're going to feel sad. It's your resistance to feeling sad that's making you feel worse than you need to be. Honor that you lost your dog. And once you honor that sadness, it's an awareness, and it becomes acceptance, that sadness actually stops hurting so much. And it becomes a sensation of compassion and love for the opportunities that you had with your amazing dog. And it becomes this love. The sadness becomes love. It's the resistance to the emotion. So we become aware of our emotional body. And then our mental body, so many limiting thoughts. We are a society with so many limiting thoughts. Limiting thoughts on time, on our bodies, on life, on ourselves, on our relationships, on other people, on earth. So many limiting thoughts. Together we'll work at recognizing them. And again, not with judgment. It's a judgment-free zone with curiosity, with excitement, with exploration, with objectivity, with awareness. Awareness, because it's awareness that leads us to freedom. Step one is awareness. We'll look at our egoic beliefs. A lot of people think ego is bad. Ego is good. A resistant ego is bad. But a flowing, allowing ego, that's the egoic body, is what's connecting us to spirit. It's connecting us to our inner truth. So let's look at our egoic beliefs without resistance and recognize that the most aligned egoic body recognizes your worthiness for being you. Not for getting an A, not for how much money you make, not for the car you drive, not for the house you live in. Sure, drive a great car for your pleasure. Live in a beautiful house for pleasure. Get great grades, do well professionally for your pleasure and satisfaction, not to meet expectations, not as a judgment and expectations. There's a big difference. It's from the pleasure of life. So you become aware of your egoic bodies and realize we're all worthy. We are all free. We are all meant to love, be happy, find bliss and joy. These are the muscles that we continue to work on. My Attain flagship course just reinforces these muscles. And once these muscles are strong, it supports the mental body. Once the egoic body muscles are strong, it supports the mental body, the emotional body, and the physical body. And what do we feel? Oh, we feel aligned, creative, inspired, happy, worthy, capable. We feel good. We feel like life is beautiful. It's a celebration. We revel in our humanness. We celebrate our humanness. We allow life. We are curious by life. We're excited by life's unfolding. Life just becomes this wonderful playground to discover myself and enjoy beautiful relationships and experiences. This is what Mattain is all about. It's all about understanding the four bodies. It's all about calibrating to live a life that you desire. It's all about finding alignment. It's about authentic expression of your authentic self. Mattain, Manal means attainment in Arabic. So I took the Attain, put an M for Manal in front of it, and then we get Mattain. And it's all about attaining the life you desire. The authentic expression of self. So many ways to say it, but there's only one truth. And that truth is you, and the beauty of you, and the celebration of you, and the celebration of life. So I hope you enjoy today, Overwhelmed by Life. And I hope that you can create an intention to see life as a celebration and to grow into finding alignment and peace and pleasure with life. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. And I look forward to seeing you next week for our next podcast. And again, I invite you go to my website, www.mattain.me/anxiety, and get access to my free mini course, 10 Steps to Let Go of Anxiety. Just explore more the expressions of your four body and how to really strengthen your four bodies so you can find alignment and peace and happiness and joy and all of these expressions that feel good. Thanks so much for being here. So excited to see you in all of my different social media, Insight Timer, YouTube, Instagram, my website. Follow and be part of my community. So appreciate you. So loving the feedback in the comments. So loving these expressions. I thank you. My love, always.